I tried the other ways to get this video done, but I'm not a tech savvy person. So I would like to talk with you today about the assignment for our discussion. It's great we have this opportunity to see each other's faces, hear our voices, see the person behind the words. And I feel like that's part of being a really great leader. So hopefully this take will work and I'll be able to get this assignment for you guys to look at. So here we go. Number one, for my civility assessment, what are my strengths? What are my civility areas that I could be improved upon? I do have a strength of being kind and encourage others, help others feel included, make sure that everyone is recognized, even with little contributions. And every person is different. Each person has a value. And if we just recognize that value and the strengths, which we've been learning about, that everyone has the strengths, then we can definitely help become better leaders. And I do know one thing that I have to work on is that when I'm stressed at home or letting other things involve my life with issues that have nothing to do with work, then I tend to be sharp and snappy. And that is something I'm definitely working on. And because it always hurts me when I hurt other people. I remember one nurse that I was not very nice to. I was really in a bad, sorry, this is okay, it's a discussion post. So I was going through a bad divorce, and this nurse just was new, and I snapped at her for no reason whatsoever, except that I was feeling cranky and I needed to take it out on somebody. And I felt really bad. She quit right after that. And she was a lovely nurse, very good. So I do believe that that does lead into the number two question about the evidence and how, if someone feels respected and appreciated for their efforts, then they are going to be better employees. They're not going to call out. They're not going to be sick. They are going to be a really great employee. And those patient outcomes and professional patient outcomes are definitely an added plus because it saves money in the long run if we can just get it, if we could all be kind to each other. And mistakes definitely are made when people are not, when they're distracted by the harshness or the unkindness of someone that has snapped at them. And it's just really inappropriate, very unprofessional. And we are healthcare professionals, and especially as leaders, it's up to us to do the things correctly and be a role model for others. Also, when I remember being taught in school a long time ago that nurses eat their young, and that was just to be expected. And I was like, that's a really weird saying. But then as I've been in the nursing profession, I have seen it. As I think anyone that has been around in nursing care has seen, especially sometimes surgeons are a little bit testy. I wonder if they get this class. The quadruple aims for health: improving population health, enhancing the care experience, reducing cost, and the recognition of the growing challenge of burnout, exhaustion, cynicism, and professional dissatisfaction with physicians and other members of the healthcare. This, I have always noticed that I've thought we're all a team. We are to improve population health, but the only way we can do that and enhance the care experience and reduce cost is by taking care of those who are taking care of the patients. And we need to take care of each other because we have been exhausted. COVID was brutal for most of us, and all of us. How about that? All of us. We don't need to take out our frustrations on other people. Just remember our professionalism, because we are all here together and we're all in this profession, and it's a gift to be able to be in this profession. So traditional leadership styles are not really being as accepted anymore. And with the top-down power dynamics, it's more, technology has made a big change in the way people think and act, and consumers and the staff are able to research things and make informed decisions. And people do have a lot to contribute. So it's really good to listen to that person that might change the world or change the atmosphere of your place of work. And teamwork is definitely prevalent for solving issues in the workforce, in our workforce, the hospitals. Anyway, so being authentic and complex and resilient leaders. We need to be authentic. No fakeness. No being, we just need to be authentic, to be there, to be present. And the resilient leadership, just because we need to improve the quadruple aim of improving care experience, improving population health, reducing cost, and improving the provider experience. As a consumer, as a patient, recently I've had a wonderful experience in healthcare with being the consumer, and just walking in this particular facility, I felt appreciated, respected. Every person, not just one, every person that I walked by used that thing where 10 feet you you look up, you greet somebody in the face, in the eyes, you look at each other, and then for 5 feet you say hello. And not one person didn't do that to me when I was at this experience in the healthcare setting, and as a consumer. It made me feel happy to be there, and very like, wow, the workers here must feel really appreciated, because they are reaching out to someone that just is a client, a consumer, and that's a really good example. And when we are civil to each other, we promote joy. I know that my manager, I won't mention her name because we're not supposed to, but she makes me want to get up in the morning to go to work. And I have not felt that for a very long time. And I love my job, what I'm doing, because of this manager. And I want to be that kind of leader, that I can help people grow and progress and be the best that they can be, utilizing their strengths. And I know all of you can do this too. And closing here, the last thing, the real life situation. And this was something that really, really broke my heart. I was at a facility as a travel nurse, and the manager was just not a nice person. She was really unhappy with her life or something, but it affected the entire staff. The staff were grumpy and miserable. They didn't communicate. Things happened. There were lawsuits. I actually was at that facility for over a year, because I wanted to be in that location that I was at, and it wasn't bad. I mean, the location wasn't bad, but the actual hospital itself, in that particular area, was brutal, and the staff were just so disgruntled. There was a huge turnover. But this particular incident that I wanted to mention was a nurse, a staff nurse, who was precepting a student nurse. And I was walking in the hallway. It was a larger facility floor, and I heard like yelling. And this preceptor had taken this new grad nurse and in the hallway and was yelling at her and telling her how worthless she was, that she'll never amount to anything. That really hurt me, because that girl probably left nursing. And I could tell that that girl was really smart, because I had had some interactions with her. And I didn't know what to do. I could have, should have intervened, but I didn't. And I wish now that I would have. Afterwards, I did go up to that girl, that student nurse, and I did say, I heard what so-and-so said to you, and that's not what nursing is about. And she hung her head, and she said, it doesn't matter. it doesn't matter anyway. I'm not that good. Yeah, don't be that kind of leader. Anyway, that's my presentation, and I hope that you fast forward all of the sad parts. Thanks.